All right. So on this Sunday ukulele, we're going to talk about rhythm, keeping time, and later on we'll do a tune too. So this will be good. So keeping time when you're strumming, that can be that can be a real challenge because you're thinking about a million things, right? Now, I took drum lessons quite a few years ago, like working on a whole drum kit, and it changed my approach to rhythm. Like even now, I I tend to keep beat with both feet now. I don't know if anyone else does or not, but it was using the cymbals and the bass drum, or the hi-hat, the bass drum, got me thinking more about rhythm, and it really helped me. So this would be something where it would be good to have input from people about how they help themselves keep time, and put it in the chat while I'm talking. If you've got any words of advice or suggestions for folks, let's check it out. Okay, that's where being in a group talking can really make a difference. But I have one foot for the one beat and the other one for the two beat. Now I'm gonna go like that so you can see me even rock with my foot. Usually I'm I'm right-handed. I tend to use my left foot for beat one and then my right foot for beat two. So I'll go like 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, and I get my whole body involved. I mean, I'm just like boom, boom, 1, 2, 3, 4. So I'm just gonna say I'm gonna strum and tap and just kind of feel that, okay? 1, 2, 3, 4. Just stay on the C chord, nothing fancy. 2, 3, 4, and that helps me because I've got. Oh no! Usually I practice talking while I strum too, so that I know that I can do this or this while I'm talking, while I'm doing things, and then it starts to become something where it's just dug into you. You sit there, you do whatever. So I'm going to stop doing this and just talk about that for a minute. It's even when I've got a little footstool because I've got short legs, and I like to have my leg up high. I think, oh Barb, you were in the Uquest class yesterday, right? I think I was talking about that where I keep still sit kind of classical guitar-y, even with my little ukulele, I keep my feet up high. So even then, I've got my foot,
Tina,
my
I carry a yoga block.
I
It's lightweight and it's got a couple of different, height options.
This is perfect. This is what we're talking about. Let's find out what everyone's doing, right? The It's a box I have at my feet that I'm going to drill a hole in and put a pickup in and use as another drum. I'm hoping to drag all this stuff to Sorrento with me. We'll see how far I go. Um,
Is this for the foot that's under?
I can't wait to see that.
Under this part? Is this for your right foot to put on?
This is I use this for my left foot. I'm going to take a photo of it so you can see what I've got here. Oops. So it's just, you see my toes there. This one, I just keep at my feet. Oh, so it's going to turn. Hang on here. It's quite a high block, and I just keep at my feet. But you see my toes there? What I do, I know it's kind of a blurry photo, but I put my feet on the edge there, and I use that. I just keep tapping my heels. I just kind of hang my feet because it's a heavy box, so I can do that. And then when I'm playing classical guitar, yeah, it's pretty high, which is awesome. So then I take one foot off. Do you see how I went like that? I took one foot off, and then I just use it as a footstool for my left leg. So I put this side of the guitar or ukulele up on that right there, and that helps me. Yeah. But going back for the thought of keeping beat, anything that I can rest my foot on that I can still be active with is what helps me. So even now, I'm 1, 2, 3, 4, left, right, right? Now you don't have to do left, right for 1, 2, 3, 4. Maybe it's right, left, right, left. But anything that keeps your body moving, I think will help with rhythm. So, what do people do? Like, so that's me. I use my whole body. I'll even march around, especially with kids' classes. I get busy marching. But while I'm sitting, I move. What do you guys do to help you keep your time? Any shrugs? Yeah. So something that my teacher taught me to do when I was fresh into guitar lessons, she said, now she was getting me to tap my toes. And the whole idea, and you've probably heard it before, where like the foot goes down, hand goes down, foot goes up, hand goes up for strumming. Foot goes down, and then that way you strum down when your foot goes down, strum up when your foot goes up. So you're like attached to between the foot and the hand like a puppet and a string, you know. So sometimes that can help. You can hear my little my little box. That takes a bit of work to coordinate that. Hey, foot goes down, hand goes down, foot goes up, hand goes up. That can help though, when you're getting more complex strum patterns on the go, right? But I find that if I think about it too much, it kind of messes me up, right? That's something where even strumming left and right took me a while. Like I had to sit and practice that just by itself. Boom, 1, 2, 3, 4, and rock with it and just get right into it. So I know that's been something that I worked on a lot. Like I would sit there after my drum lesson and put a guitar on my lap and play the snare and the bass and feel that rhythm. So that might be like breaking it down to that, tapping and bringing it back up like that might be helpful for you. I know there's different metronomes that you can use that don't do the click, 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 but actually give you a drum beat, which might be a nicer feel to play along with, because when people say play along with a metronome, a lot of people go, oh, I can't do that because it's a click, click, click. But you can set up, this might be a useful thing too. I've got a tuner metronome combo on my phone. And you can get so many different ones. This one's called Sound Corset. Corset like the corset that you, right? And it has a metronome option. But what you can do, let's see, set it up for 4 beats. And you, see what it sounds like right now. Tick tock, tick tock. I should be able to. I'm going to have to fiddle with it to do it. But you can break it down into different beat patterns. So I've done a few different ones where, let's see, what have we got here? No, that's not the one. It's going to take me forever to do this. I'll have to look it up. But you should be able to take one of these tuner metronome combos, and you should be able to change it so that you got a boom, cha, cha, boom, cha, cha, right to follow, so you can practice down, down, up, down, down, up as well. But I would keep the feet moving with a metronome if that's possible. Now I know that the talk was strumming on beat, but is it strumming down, down, ups that are tricky, or what's the hardest part of strumming and keeping rhythm? Let's find out. That's probably a good thing to think about. Okay, Heather uses her left foot to keep beat. Absolutely. And there I am with let's get my whole body going. But this is where everyone's different, right? And this is where a conversation is so important. Finn's teddy bear is in here today listening, back there on that chair, waving hello. I sent Finn inside because he was very busy with monitoring the neighborhood. And I thought, today's not the day for you to come out here, my friend. Okay, I'm going to show you the song that I've got for us. I think there might be some people putting comments in the chat about what they use. I'm not sure. The song that we're going to do is Jambalaya. And because it's got only two chords, this might work out really well, along with the thought of trying different, like keeping the beat, right? And feeling it and trying out different rhythms. This might be just a really good one. So I know that it's on my website. It's a 3-pager, this one. It's got scales in it because I thought, well, we'll see what we do with it, right? Now I'm going to play it. I guess I could be nice and bring it up too, though. That would be good. You did find it on the website, right? Did I publish it? Oh, good. Sometimes I wonder, I'm like, well, did I do it? The plan I have with this one is to keep it simple to start, like I often do, right? Keep it simple to start, and then build it up. What's that? Build it up, Buttercup, you know? All right, so I'll share it. There we go. Okay, so most of us know the song if we've played in a ukulele group. I mean, the song's got just 2 chords. Now, usually you play it as a C chord and a G7 if you're doing it in the key of G, or pardon me, the key of C. But I am using just a plain G chord because of the notes that you use in the melody. Okay, so eventually what we'll do is we'll turn it into a chord melody, or maybe we'll explore how to throw in some riffs in there while people are strumming and singing. Okay, so I'm going to go through, going to play it, and I'll just scroll along the screen as we go. And while I'm playing it, can you guys hear my box at my feet? Yes, it's a solid box. It was somebody's old paint box that they were selling. It's a perfect size for me. All right, here we go. I'll slow it down. 1, 2, oh, 3, oh, oh, 3, 3, oh, 3, oh, 3, 2, 4, 1, 2, 3, 3, 3. Next line, 2, 2, 2, oh, 3, oh, 3, 3, oh, 3, 3, 3, 3, oh, 3, 3, oh, 3, 3. I'm scrolling while I'm tapping. Okay, I'm just going to stop there. Okay, bar 12, I'm going to come in there and I'll do 2 taps and then I'll keep going. 3, 3, 3. Next line, 2, 2, oh, 3, oh, 3, oh, 2. Oh, that box is so handy. Tap, tap. 7, 7, 7, 7, 7, 7, 3, oh, 3, 3, oh, 3, 3, oh. 1, 2, 3, 3. I can feel myself speeding up. It's hard not to with this song. This is such a busy little tune. I'm going to stop for just a second. I want to say something about where the G chord comes in. On that second line right there, where I've highlighted it, you'll see that the notes that you play to go with the G chord are just right out of the G chord. You can relax and make the notes, put your fingers where you need to go to make that G chord, and it's pretty relaxing to make it. It's regularly a 3-2 that you play when you hop there, and you don't have to move your fingers very much, which is nice. Okay, I'm gonna go back to the top of the page where we've got all the two, 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 all that. Okay, here we go. Da, da. Here we go. Two, 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 oh, three, three, oh, three, three, oh, tap, 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 tap. Oh, three, three, oh, three, three, two, tap, 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 tap. Three, 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 next line. Two, two, oh, three, oh, three, oh, two, oh. Okay, so that's the main melody. Now, that part where we went up high with the, right here where it comes in with the words jambalaya and a crawfish pie, and it's up high in that 7th fret. I wrote that same section out lower in case you were like, oh, I want to try it lower. So I'll just scroll to that so you can see that. Optional chorus. It's not the whole chorus part, it's just one chunk, but you can also play it lower. And this is like if you have the low 4 string, then that'll work out. Let's try just playing that chunk there. Here we go. Oh, 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 two, oh. I tried to fit it so it stayed within the strings there. Let's try that one more time because you've got this little leap here. I tried to make it so that the melody would work out. You might want to fiddle with the notes. Who knows? Okay, let's try that again, just that line. Here we go. Tap, tap, here we go. Oh, 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 two, oh, 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 three, three, two. Because that, if you're singing along with it, that E might be really high to hit up here. So that's why I wrote that part down low. So as you're going along and doing this, like in terms of timing, that little box, I'd hit it. Where's my, there, that's a sweet spot right there. So right here, you've got a dotted quarter and then an 8th note. And you heard me do a little tap right in the middle there to keep that second beat going. Oh, 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 three, so So in terms of writing out your timing for this, your counting, you might want to be just, aware of that, right? Making sure that you have, sometimes I just put a line in there or I get my counting underneath just so that you're aware of that timing. Now, this is a song that a lot of us know, so that's why I chose it. I thought it would be one that wouldn't be too super busy. I'm going to scroll up to the top again. Oh, actually, no, I've got to keep going and show you all the scales that I wrote out. So many scales. So the first thing I wrote out was the C scale, just a 1-octave C scale, because most of the song uses these notes. I think the F, I don't think we really use in there. I don't recall seeing it in there. But I thought we could play the C scale. And then you'll find that a lot of the melody uses the pentatonic scale, which is kind of handy. So let's just go through. We'll play the C scale, and then we'll do the pentatonic, and you'll notice that pentatonic's almost the same as the C scale, just missing a couple of notes. Here we go on the C scale. I'll just start right there in the open, and I'll just play it slow. I'll go oh, and then to the next one, 2, next open on the 2nd string, and the 1st fret, the 2nd string, 3rd fret. Now I'm on the 1st string open, 2nd fret, 3rd fret. Okay. So we'll go through that one more time. We'll go through all these scales, make sure we got them. So again, on that C scale, starting on the third string, here we go. We'll hold each one for 2 beats. O, 2, next string, open, first fret there, third fret, open, second fret, third fret. Now, here comes one of my favorite scales because it's so easy to do hammer-ons and pull-offs with it. That pentatonic scale. So I've added in the 4th string notes there. Okay. Let's just go through, we'll play that. So 4th string open. Here comes the 2nd fret. Now we're going to go to the 3rd string open. 2nd fret. 2nd string open. 3rd fret. Now 1st string open. 3rd fret. So it's just missing a couple of notes. It's missing the 1st fret on the 2nd string and 2nd fret on the 1st string. This scale it's just so much fun to play. Sits under the fingers nicely. Easy one to memorize, I find, because you've got 2 strings that use 2 and 2 strings that use 3. So if you haven't played this one that much, I would suggest you do. It's a really nifty one for playing around with a lot of songs. It's like, I feel like with a lot of the stuff we do on the ukulele, a lot of the songs we sing, this scale is like the Swiss Army knife of scales. You can fit it into so many different places, right? It's the scale for all seasons. I would get that one memorized if at all possible. As we go down here, I wrote a lot of ideas out for this song. Some of them you'll like, some of them you'll be like, "Wow, Tina, how much coffee did you have before you did up this lesson?" You know, the C blues scale is a nice one. It's got a nifty. I feel like I want to add more notes into it though. 03. Sorry, 03. That bluesy sound right there. Then on the 2nd string you got 02. I don't know if I really like that note there. I like that 3. And then on the 1st string, 1 and 3. But what I like to do, what I just did there, was I took the 3, whoops. Oh, no, don't do that to me. I took the 3, 1, 3. That 3 and that 1. And that 3. And I just played them and played them. Because you can set. And then I finally went down. But when you're playing around, adding little bits into the song Jambalaya, you don't have to add a lot of notes. Just have fun with it, right? So I have that because I thought, well, that you might find some notes that you like in there to go along with the C chord, because you know the song gives you lots of space to add little bits. G blues scale. Let's check this one out. I feel like I just wrote this one out wrong. I'm going to double check that C blues because I feel like that G blues feels better. What did I do wrong with C blues?
Isn't the C blues the 2nd note is 4, not 3?
C blues.
Oh no, it is 3. No, never mind. That's on that. Okay, never mind. I'm on the wrong string. I'm in the wrong string. Hang on.
Oh, here it is. I think, whoopsie. We need the 4th. All right, we got our root. We've got our third is
It's 1, 2, 3 on the second string.
1, 2. Yeah, yeah. 1, 2, 3. There we go. Thank you. Yeah, yeah, yeah. 1, 2, 3. I was thinking that open sounds messed up. What's going on? Thank you. You saved me. Change that open to a 1. And then we're laughing. Yes, yes, yes. What happened? Why does it not work? My poor brain. Anyway, yeah, now you like that C blues scale a lot more because it's like 0 becomes 1. There. Was that Robin? Is that who saved me? No, Laurel,
It
you
was
saved
Laurel. That was
me.
Laurel.
You saved me. Thank you.
I love that. I love that scale. So it was familiar.
Yes, that's awesome. Then after that, what I did, look at this. I wrote the notes out in the C chord and notes in the G chord. The first chunk here, oops, is so C, E, G, because your C chord, if you sat there and you strummed your C chord, you would have the notes C, E, and G. So you could just sit there and actually just strum your C chord. And maybe you're playing the song and you're like, oh, okay, well, I'm just doing something like that. So it could be like, you gotta go pull the P row down, the bio, and then you carry on and you sing, right? You're just taking a little chunk of that C chord and fiddling with it. Or maybe you want to explore a few more of the notes that you could find in that C chord. It's worth playing around with it just so that you know where all just the notes of the C chord are. Let's just go through and play those notes so that we find them all. So you got your third string open, right? And then your second string. And then I just hit the G on the 3rd fret there. And then I was like, oh, let's find a whole bunch of them here. So then I started over again, hitting my low G. And then the 3rd string open, right? And then the next one's the 2nd string open. And then I hit that G again. 1st string, 3rd fret. And because of how high up that song goes to that 7th fret, if you want to play it high, I put that in there too. So you can move around, like right there, I was just playing around with the notes from the C chord. And that's it. So the overarching plan here is to give you opportunities to play around with just improvising or throwing in little licks in your music, little bits of notes that go along with either the C chord or the G chord. Just 2 things, and you'll probably find lots of songs that you can do that with if you're doing a lot of 2-chord songs. And then I wrote out the notes in the G chord. So I just wrote out, really, that's just the G chord, the regular open G chord, the way you would play it. So if you make your G chord, you got the 4th string open, right? And then the 2nd fret on string 3, 3rd fret on string 2, and then your 1st string there. That's it. Over here, I extended it because the notes are G, B, and D. I again hit my 4th string open, and then I hit the 4th fret on that 4th string because that note there is a B. Okay, and now I'm going to carry on here and hit the 3rd string there. Okay, and then the 2nd string is that 3rd fret. 1st string is the 2nd fret. And then I went up to the 5th fret. Because I thought it would be fun to slide up to the 5th fret or hammer it. Right? So that oh yeah, Kat's got it going on. I think Laurel's got it going on too. You can do a lot just by playing around just in that chord. And that way, it's kind of a safety thing too if you do that, because you know every note you play in that G chord is going to work out in the when other people are strumming the G chord. Then when you feel comfortable, you can step outside of that a little bit, throw in some notes from the blues scale, or just sit on that pentatonic scale. Right? So just different ideas. All right, so that's my introduction to all this stuff. Let's go back up now. Here we go. Ready? I'm going to scroll up. You might get seasick. Ah, scrolling so far. You got some blank spots there to write notes too. Still scrolling. Oh, scrolling so far. Oh, there we go. Okay, now let's take a look at all that stuff that I wrote out. What could you do with it, right? Here comes some ideas. So right here, when you flip to that G chord, right? Goodbye, Joe. Me gotta go. Me, oh, my, oh. That covers beats 1 and 2, where you're singing. Then you've got beats 3 and 4, where you can just fiddle away and play whatever you want. And beats 1 and 2. So, right? You could do whatever. Yeah, whatever. Same thing down here when you flip to C. Now, I believe I set it up so that the change is always happening, like visually, the same spot. Let me just scroll through and make sure I did that. Yeah, good. Yeah, okay. Now, normally, if you're singing, you know that you're like, me, oh, my, oh, you know, and you let the note, you're singing and you're letting everything ring out longer. I didn't write the song like that because I wanted you to have the opportunity to fill in the blanks where you wanted to and add in little bits. I would suggest you do that. That way you can practice singing this song, and then when you feel like you're going and you're playing in a group, you can have some ideas on hand for what you might want to do, little fills that you might want to toss in just in the spots where you're not worried about singing. And it's 4 beats in total that you have, because again, this, like if I'm looking, I'll just scroll to there, just that one I'm looking at the top there where you flip to the C chord. You've got the notes for bio. So you 3, 4, 1, 2. Those 4 beats there, you can fill in with anything you want, right? Let's see. Right, you can, at that point, what I did, the little noodling around I pulled it out of the pentatonic scale. And I wrote in just a little bit in my mind. But this is where you might want to print off your paper and pencil in some ideas that you like. So all that said about scales and improvising, you choose what feels right to you. Okay, and I just wrote down possibilities. I gave you the biggest box of Crayolas I could. All the luxury colors that I could think of for this song. But I'm going to show you something else you can do with this if you're just playing by yourself. Because I was thinking about all the chord melody stuff we've done, all the Travis picking we've done, and I thought, well, what could we do with this song? So you can turn this into a chord melody. Lickety split. It's crazy. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to play from the words Goodbye Joe, and I think I'm just going to go down to the bio. And I'm going to play it just the melody as written, and then I'm going to turn it into a chord melody. And when I turn it into a chord melody, I'm not going to be strumming a whole bunch of chords, but because the melody mostly sits on the first string, it's a nice one to do this with. Okay, so play with me. We'll just play the melody down to where I've got my little spot here. Okay, right there. Okay, so here we go. I'll count to 2 and then we start. Get that. Where's that block spot? There it is. All right. 1, 2. Oh, 3. Oh, oh, 3, 3. Oh, 3. Oh, 3, 2. Those notes are all from that pentatonic scale. 3, 3, 3, 2. 2, 2, 3, 3, oh. Okay. Now I'm going to grab a pencil crayon. I'm going back, and I'm just going to fiddle with the first beat note. So there and there. And the only one that might be a little bit weird is there when I go to my G. Okay. So when I hit that open, I'm just going to play all my strings open is what I'm going to do, because that's an open there. So I'm not going to play the 3rd fret note of the C chord. I'm just going to go and strum all my strings open, because you know strings 4, 3, and 2 in the C chord are already open. So I'm just taking off my 3rd fret on the 1st string of the C chord and playing that open. So now I've got this O, 3, all the strings open, and then I'm going to pick my notes again. O, 3, 3, all strings open for the next bar here, right? We're going to do that. O, 3, O, lay down the 3rd and 2nd fret notes of your G chord. You can make your whole G chord if you want, and just strum to the 2nd string. Okay, and you can just kind of dig your thumb into that 3rd string note a little bit and let it stop strumming on the 1st string. 3, 4. And we can do that same strum again if you want here, or we wait. Just leave the fingers down. Now we're on the next line, and you can strum the whole G chord. For this, lift up your middle finger off that 1st string. So I just sit there with my middle finger up. At this point, I'm making a G sus2 chord, is what I'm doing. And now we're back on the C chord. Fingers already there on that 3rd fret because we just played it over here. Now we're going to use strings 2 and 3 and 4 open, and we'll just strum to that 3rd fret note. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to stop sharing that screen. I want you guys to be able to watch my fingers really closely with this. There we go. Hello, I'm back. So step 1 is just playing the melody, right? And making sure we got our rhythm down. Step 2 could be turning this into a chord melody. And I've got the paper printed off, so I'll show you how I've colored it in after I play it again for you. See how I just strum like that and ignore that 2nd fret? So, or ignore the 2nd fret, ignore the 1st string. Oh my gosh. So that was on the 2nd line of that music there, where we went, and then the notes that you pick are O3, right? So I strum my G chord there. That idea, you could carry on through the whole song. The only place where it feels kind of funny is when the melody does move down to the 3rd string, but that's it. One, 2. More 1, 2. So doing the chord melody, I'm going to color some in right now, and I'll show it to you. And I sped it up at the end there just so you could hear the flow of the song. But you might do this. Again, just using that first chunk as a demonstration, just the first couple bars. And I'm also adding in little chord charts to help me know how far to go. See. All right, let's see if the camera will pick this up. Okay, blurry, 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 blurry. Come on, come into focus. Oh, how far back do we have to go for it to come into focus? Oh, this camera. No, no. Ah. All right, well, I'll just have to describe it for you then, I guess, still. That first, here, I'll share the screen again. The first little bit, what I did was I put in a 0 there, a 0 there. Oh, look at this, you guys. And a 0 there. There. Oh, that's what I did. And then I wrote a little chord chart above that I can't do in this PDF thing, and it just showed strumming all zeros. Oh, there. Oh, yeah. And then when I filled in the blanks over here, I did, oops, and open. Okay. The only time I'm using that full G chord. Now keep in mind that this is just if you're thinking about wanting to do this as a chord melody. I like it because it's just 2 chords. And this is the one that's a little bit weird, this one, bar 6 here, because you're doing it as a G sus2. Oops. So using this as a bit of a roadmap, you could go through and do these sorts of ideas all the way through if you want to play it as a chord melody. Oops. There we go. Down here on the 3rd line, it's nice, right? It's a little simpler because you've got that full set of 4 strings. Does this make sense for you guys, what I'm doing there? Yeah, just using that first beat, that's all. But I don't know if anybody heard what I was doing. You may not have. I'm going to go through and I'm going to play this as far as it's gone here. Oops. There we go. Okay. I'll stop there. And you're going to hear me do little quiet strums, probably on my 4th and 3rd string, to help me keep my timing going. Wherever there's, remember how I said there's like 4 beats in total? Like, here would be a beat, another beat here, beat there, there's my 4th beat there. Okay, you got to do something with those 4 to help you keep your timing. Same thing as here, and here. Right here. Oh, there we go. Yeah. So these little ones that I'm doing, that's where the note is tied, or sorry, it's dotted. So you want to make sure that you have that feeling in there. Oops. I like doing this sort of stuff with people rather than slapping it in front of you already done so that you can see the process. All right, this is good. I like this. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'll go through and I'll play the melody down to, I know it's a weird place to stop, but just down to bar 12, right? Or mio mio, tap, 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 tap is where I'm going to stop. Then I'm going to go back through and I'll play it as a chord melody. Okay. So I'll start nice and slow. Just trying to find the right spot here. There we go. Here we go. 1, 2. Oh, 3. Oh. Oh, 3, 3. Oh. 3. Oh, 3, 2. 3, 3, 3. Next line. Oh, 3. Oh. 3, 3. Oh. 3, 3. 3. Oh. 3, 3. Oh, 3, 3, 2. Okay, now I'm going to stop there because I'm going to play it now as a chord melody. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to strum a little bit of whatever I had from the chord before, like looking at the C at the top there, to help me keep time rather than doing all the tapping. Okay, so, and it's going to be quiet, the extra stuff I do. Let's see if I can do it here. Oh, 3, all the open strum, baby strum, big strum, and on that X, a little baby strum, just to help. And when I say baby strum, strings 4 and 3, just something, right? Boom. 3. Oh, now I'm on the G chord, so I make this shape here. Little strum, little strum, 2 more little strums. 3, 3, 3. Next line with the whole G chord. Little strum. 2, 2. Now I'm going to lift off my middle finger to make that G sus2. 3, and now I'm back to my C chord. And that's C chord just to the 2nd string, right? So I've got my 3rd fret there. Oops, let me try that again. There we go. 3, 4, little strums. 3, 3, next line with the full C chord, little strum, C chord again, oh, 3, and that little G chord going to that 2nd string has come back again, strum, 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 strum. So you can strum, you can tap your foot, whatever helps you acknowledge those 4 beats here. And I'm just looking at the top line so that we can see that, right? So the 4 beats there that need to be acknowledged. The beats on the on count 2 up here on the top line. And as you play it faster, or as you know, if you do this while people are singing, that can be a good way too to practice it. Now I know you have to be fast with it, right? Because it's a pretty ripping song. But that would be good too. You'll get the flow of it. I wanted to go all the way to the ending there, but you know, it wouldn't all fit on the screen, so I stopped there. So let's say we're going to keep looking at this chunk. I'm going to color it a different way now. Oopsie. Well, what did I do there? Instead of playing that open for the word Joe, I went down here. I'll just move that out of the way. I'll make a fresh box up here. I played to the 5th fret. Instead of playing this open, I went 0, 3, 3 to 5, and I slid up. So I play the O, and then I play the 3, then I play the 3 again and whiz up to that 5th fret. Hear that? O, 3, slide to 5. Now you'd probably write that as, there you do a little, there. See that little line next to the 5 now? That's to indicate a slide. So now you've got O, 3, slide up to 5, ignoring that first string open because we could substitute that out, right? O, 3, 3, do the same thing. Because maybe your thought with this song is, wouldn't it be nice to just have an instrumental chunk happening in the song rather than everybody play the same thing? Maybe you break it up and you just have that. So maybe, oops, come here you. Maybe you got a group where you're like, you know what, I bet you some people would really get a kick out of playing this. So that would work out there pretty nice. Yeah, probably just do the 2 slides to the 5 there if you feel so inclined. I'll move this out of the way. So that's like, we'll put those up there. I'll put them up there for now. Because now we're just talking about taking this back and changing and playing around with it as perhaps an intro. There, okay, tidied that chunk up a little bit there. So let's go through, let's play it with the slides to the 5th fret, thinking about using it as an intro to the song or an instrumental interlude, you know, instrumental verse, okay? So here we go. We'll just play that, we'll throw in the slides there, and then you may want to toss in some hammer-ons. Let me see. Yeah, you might want to take this 2 here, and I don't think I have anything that I could use to indicate a hammer-on, except for H-O. And I would probably hammer on just from the open to the 2nd fret there. So just try that. So just remember the idea about doing a hammer-on would be like tap onto that 2nd fret. Tappa, tappa, tappa. Then you play the open before that and then tap onto that 2nd. I'd do it quick too. I'd go like, okay, so now we've got 2 slides to the 5th fret. We're getting rid of that open there, and we're sliding to the 5th fret, and then ho ho ho, we'll do a hammer on to the 2nd fret there from the open. Oh my gosh. All right, here we go. I'll count to 2 and then we go 1, 2. Oh, 3, slide to 5. Oh, 3, 3, slide to 5. 3, oh, 3, 2. 3, 3, 3, try hammer on. 2, 2, oh, 3, oh, 3, 3, oh. That's it. I know it's like, does that make sense though? Because I've added in a lot of stuff. Oh my gosh, it's just after 10 already? Huh. Will that work? Can I put a little X on top of that? No, coloring too much. What I'll do is I'll do up the sheets in some different ways and put them on the website so you guys can see. But we've taken this, just a plain old jambalaya, which is a lot of fun. I mean, it's, you know, it's been around for so long being played by groups because it is entertaining. And it's something where you can take some skills and play around with them without feeling stressed, right? You can just try it out, see what you can do with it. Sometimes when you're doing these new things, you might be like, okay, that's enough, you know, I've done too much. Or you might think, okay, well, maybe this G sus2 lifting up one finger is kind of tricky, right? Like back here on this chunk here. So maybe what you do for this chunk where you're on that G chord, maybe you go from me gotta go and you just strum the G chord on the word go. And that's it. That's okay. It's fine. You know, like chord melodies, I feel like they're these things are flexible, right? And you just want to have fun with it. So maybe the only time you strum a whole chord for this chord melody is just when it says the chord name. You know, just hit it when you see the chord. I think that there's room to do it comfortably in a lot of other places, but think about just doing it on the first beat of a bar and see what happens. Now, what I'm going to do is, I think I am going to stop sharing for a minute here, because it's all like, it's kind of, you know, all these things you can do with this one song. And Jambalaya is a dish that's full of all sorts of things, so we can turn this into kind of a buffet of what can we do with this song, because sometimes people are like, oh, I don't want to play Jambalaya, it's too easy, it's only 2 chords. Oh, then jazz it up, right? Add in some riffs, you know. Oh, yeehaw! So with the, I did little hammer-ons when I was holding the G chord, and I was just hammering on here, right? Like I would do, where's it? Oh, my Yvonne, the sweetest one, me, oh my, oh. So 1, 2, 3, and 4, right? You can fit that in a lot on one beat, right? You go, 1, my, oh, or even go, my, oh, 3, 4, 1, and 2. You can just horse around with this, but get comfortable with the melody first, right? And add in hammer-ons and slides and whatever, play with it. Just have fun with it. And then, you know, explore it as a chord melody, see what happens, and figure out, you know, a way to make sure that you're keeping all the beats going there, right? Oh, I see a little chat here. This was an awesome lesson, thank you. Well, you're most welcome. This was, I feel like what I want to do now, I don't know, is just take a bunch of 2 chord songs and see what I can do with them. And Jambalaya is a fun one, right? Yeah. And then again, you know, maybe you'll just goof around with those scales. You know, people will be singing and you'll be like, I don't know. Oh, that would work out. Chunk of the G chord, and so me oh my oh, or that. I like that one. I slid from 1 to 2 on the 3rd string, so a little bit of the G bluesy sound, and then I kept my finger on the 3rd fret here, making a chunk of a G chord. And that'd be like extra countryfying it up, right? Me, see me, oh my, oh. That would be a triplet. Fit all 3 notes on one beat. That was right. Oh my gosh, I think I'm going to be playing this song all day. All right, so I'll write out these. I'm probably just gonna do like pencil in stuff, take pictures of it and put it up so you can see what I've got cooking with different ideas. But just play, right? Just goof around with them and play. Oh, Barb, you got a question?
Could I share this with the group that I play with on Thursday? Because they have it in A and E7.
Oh
No, well, you've just messed me up.
no. A and E7 is beautiful though. Yeah. A and E.
But they don't have it down as notes or anything.
Mhm.
They just have the words and then what chord you do it. They don't have
Oh yeah.
notes. So I might be able to suggest if I make copies and say, hey, can we try it this way?
Yeah.
The chords are still there for them.
Yeah. Yeah. Absolutely.
Okay. Okay.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Thank you.
Oh, you're most welcome. Okay, I'm gonna stop recording now because I feel like we've had all sorts of fun with this. Do I want to stop recording to the cloud? Yeah.